Up till now, most traders are still drawing Fibonacci wrongly. So in this video, I will be showing you how professional traders use Fibonacci retracement to find entry, stop loss, and take profit levels. So you already know the vibes, clarity and complexity. My name is Rich Jackson and you're welcome to my screen. So this is the Fibonacci and this is how my own looks like. So here is it. For you to be able to draw Fibonacci in first, you will need a trend. But first thing first, this is not how it's going to be looking like if you are new to using Fibonacci. Fibonacci is going to be this, but you can actually set it as my own here. So this is it. Now you click on the setting. Once you come to on the setting, there are some things you will need to untick. There are some things you also need to tick. So this is the 0.6, which is the 61% retracement, and this is the 0.5, which happens to be the 50% retracement. That is when you want the market to retrace to equilibrium. So there are others which is not really relevant to me, which is part of the sequence, which is the 0.38, but the from the 0.5 to 0.68 is often referred to as the golden zone, which is often where a lot of traders want the market to like retrace to. So you can actually take a snapshot on this particular setting so that you can set your own exactly like this one. And you can also change the color, make changes to the color and all of that, the visibility where you want it to set. And this is the setting. This is just the setting, just snap it here. Then now if you look at how my own is looking at here, this is the 50% and this is the 61% retracement. And here, if you are an SMC trader, instead of you looking for where you can pick, maybe you want to pick where you pick other block, or where you want to like draw what is called the supply or a demand zone, you can actually put this particular setting, and here is where you will be able to see that particular setting. It's just very simple. I don't stress myself once because I use supply and demand zone. So for me to pick supply and demand zone, this is how I set it on the Fibonacci retracement. This very one, you need to adjust and edit it to 0.8 and 0.965, which is the accurate point for you to like draw. So for me to maybe put it, this is a swing low and this is a swing high. So here, if this market is retracing, if this market is to be retracing and is not holding here, if this market is not holding here, and I bet you the next point that the market is going to retrace to will be this my particular supply zone, which is here. The whole of this from here to here, the market will retrace from here. And if the market often breaks here, you just know that is a full scale reversal. So now that you know how you can actually make the setting on the Fibonacci retracement, how are you going to be using it? Fibonacci retracement, for you to use Fibonacci retracement, you need a trend. You need the market to trend, because you can't really use a Fibonacci retracement on a ranging market. So you need a trend, a very clear trend. Once you see, let's say the market is in a downtrend, we have a high, a low, a higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. So something like this, once you see the market trending like this, all you need to know is for you to bring your Fibonacci, just bring your Fibonacci and now plot from swing high, point A to point B, but I call it swing high and swing low. And here is it. The market is going to retrace back to this 50% retracement to this particular zone. Here is where you are expecting the market to come to. Here is the first stake where you want the market to retrace to. And if this market is not retracing here, the next point that they want the market to retrace to is this supply zone. It's just this supply zone. So personally, I always have this zone, these two levels on my chart, which I know that the market is going to reverse from each of them. Then once the market gets there, I'll now look for something like a confirmation for me to know where I am going to, where I will be expecting the market to, actually maybe retrace from. So that is that about about how I use. And I was talking about where are you going to be expecting, once you find your entry in here, or you find your entry in here, where are you going to be expecting the market to maybe to exit the market. So let's say, let me just remove this one. First thing first, let me remove that very one. And this is the 50% retracement which we expect the market to retrace. Now you have been able to find your entry. Since you have been able to like find your entry right here, your stop loss should be above here. Where are you to exit the market? For you to know where to exit the market, you can actually, in a trending market, you can actually use the Fibonacci for you to know where to exit the market. And right here, this is how I use my own. Is either the market will come back, it's either here you take your profit here, or you can extend it to this particular one right here. So, or you extend it to this particular one right here. So that is how you can use, you know, the market is giving you entry, and it's giving you exit, and it's giving you where you can put your stop loss. So since the market has successfully break here, all you need to do to know where the market will retrace to is for you to use your fib. Just bring your fib down here, and now from swing high to swing low, then you now see that here the market will now retrace back here. You now know that okay, the market will retrace here. If the market doesn't retrace here, the market is going to retrace there. So let's say the market didn't use this very particular one, which is the 51 and the 61, which is the golden zone. Now the market will definitely come back to this particular supply zone in order to retrace from. So that is how I actually use the Fibonacci, and this is where you have to expect the take profit and your stop loss and all of those things. So now that you've understand how to draw your Fibonacci, let's get to the rechart. So here, first thing that you need to identify before applying the Fibonacci is for you to identify a trend. I have said that, and this is a trend. The market is trending to the upside. So after that, the next thing you need to know is to know where to mark, or where exactly you have to wait for the market. So I'm to now using the Fibonacci, I now know that I am to wait for the market to retrace to this very one. So here is it. This is going to be my very point of interest, my first point of interest, and here is going to be my second point of interest, which is the demand zone, my second point of interest. And I'm going to change this color. I will be changing this color to, let me see, yellow. This is the very first one. And don't forget, I'm using the Fibonacci retracement. I'm using Fibonacci retracement. So with this Fibonacci retracement, I can know that here is going to be my take profit one. Here is going to be my take profit one. Then so on and so forth. Here can be my last take profit. Fimi, and here is going to be depending on this thing. So now on the daily time frame, on the weekly time frame, I've understand the trend, the overall trend. Then I can now move to the daily time frame to see the immediate trend and see the market behavior right on the daily time frame. So here on the daily time frame, as I've said, okay, now first thing first, we have identified our trading range, which happens to be this very one right here, and we want the market to retrace. So you see how the market retraced to the 51 retracement, it reacted. Then now the market has now moved to, it reacted, then the market moved ahead to here before retracing. So let's say because you use the Fibonacci and you were anticipating the market to reverse from here, you can actually take your entry right away from here on the lower time frame, maybe the 4 hour or the 1 hour time frame. Then your stop loss will just be right here. Then that is how you will be able to like long this market right here, and your stop loss will just be below here. Then you now know with the help of Fibonacci that this market, at least you need to come to the 100% retracement, which is here. So you can choose to come out from here. You see the market reacts from there even before retracing. Then another thing I want to show you, even as the market retraces, because you marked because you already know the trend on the weekly time frame that the market is bullish, so you will not be bothered with this, because here the market came back, tested this level, and also it has changed character right here. You now know that because you've taken here will no longer be your point of interest again. Here will no longer be your point of interest, because you know the market can't do anything from here. Then you know that if the market didn't break and continue to the upside, the next targeted point that you need to wait for the market to come to is this your supply demand zone right here. Sorry, this demand zone right here, because the market has broken structure. But even as at that, the market broke structure, you can use the Fibonacci to trade the market to the supply zone. Can use the Fibonacci. You see how the market just still the market retrace into where? Into the Fibonacci retracement, then reacted from the Fibonacci retracement. They can take a sell to buy from this particular region. You can actually take a sell using the Fibonacci. You see, if you use your Fibonacci, you now know that this is the 100% retracement. You can either take profit here or you wait for the market to come here. And once the market comes here, you now look for your entering criteria in order to pick the market to the upside. So you now see the reason why I say that the supply and demand zone in some cases is more stronger and effective than the support and resistance. You see, once the market came to here, there is a whole lot of buyer from the supply zone, and that is how the market was able to buy up the here. So let's say you were able to pick your entry right here using confirmation entry, then this is going to be your target. So the reason why I like supply and demand in some cases is that supply and demand always give you a bigger risk to reward once you are entering the market. And also your risks, let me say, you can risk, let me say, roughly 40 to 50 pips to compare to support and demand. So it just isn't, but I combine both and I know how to use. So the best thing there is you knowing when to apply this one, and this is how you can know how to apply it. So even if I hold the market from there to the last take profit, yeah, it's still perfect. And even though, and you can even use the Fibonacci also to take your second entry from swing high to swing low, because now the market has been able to change structure, change of character right here. It has break structure to the downside, to the upside. You now know that, okay, since the market have changed this break this internal structure, this retracement is actually going to come back to you, so you can actually add to the trade. So that is that about Fibonacci retracement. If this helps you to understand Fibonacci better, subscribe for more forex trading strategy every week. Peace out, and don't forget God transmit.